Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. There was a time when I was a proper beauty content creator, like around 2015 to say 2018, where I was on PR lists doing makeup almost every day. I would get up early to do makeup to go to work. I would do like full beats to go to a physical job in the fitness industry, being out on the road for like 12 hours. I don't know what I was thinking. My makeup collection was extensive. I did not have anywhere to put things. That's how much I was doing makeup. Like my Instagram was just makeup. My YouTube was just makeup. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself for just completely quitting makeup. I am giving myself grace in that I really quit makeup around COVID, and I think everybody kind of quit doing makeup around COVID. But then COVID restrictions were lifted and I didn't start doing makeup again. I just did brows and maybe like mascara and lip gloss most of the time. Sometimes I'll only be wearing lip gloss. When I look back at my Instagram, at my photos from a couple years ago, and I'm like, I had so much fun doing makeup, and I really want to rediscover my love for makeup again. So it's Boxing Day and I have decided that I am going to try to recreate one of my more colorful makeup looks. I don't know how this is gonna turn out because I haven't done a colorful makeup look in I think over 5 years. So I'm gonna see whether or not I still have my skills or if I need to go do a bunch of practice. And I'm gonna bring you guys on a journey with me, obviously. So keep on watching and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe if you like these kind of videos. I think I'm gonna try to recreate this look. I'm gonna also insert a picture of it, but I'm not gonna do the lips because like that was a bit much even for me. But I'm gonna try to recreate the eyeshadow. I think it's one of the easier ones for me to do. Some of my other looks were like a bit too elaborate. I gave away or threw away half of my makeup collection, so I'm gonna see if I even have the eyeshadows to create that look. Alright, so I have my Norvina Pro Pigment Volume 1. Yes, you can see how long I've been doing makeup. So it's a rainbow look. Let me see what colors I have in here. Okay, so it's red, yellow, green, blue, and that's purple, and obviously black. So I have a nice red in here. That's this one, D3. I have that red. I have the entire collection of the Norvina Pro Pigment palettes. I was on the ABH they call it again, PR list. Yeah, that's how much I was doing makeup. Yeah, I think the D4 in this, the yellow, is good. This blue and green seems like it would work. Pro Pigment Volume 1 has a good purple. Yeah, B4 has this good purple right here. So I'm gonna use the Pro Pigment Volumes 1 and 2 to recreate this look, and let's see how this goes. I'm gonna go in with the ABH eye primer. I'm not gonna go in with any more of this primer. I just need to ensure that it's all over so the eyeshadow have something to stick to. I think I just went in with the black. That's crazy. Looking at this, I think it's just black. I don't see any transition shade. I don't see anything. It's just black. Oh, Volume 2 has a black as well. So I'm gonna go in with E5 from the Volume 2 palette. Pascal was brave, I guess. I just went in with black and I guess I just blended it like crazy because this is very diffuse. I used to film my makeup looks, but I guess I didn't film this one. I've had this palette for over 5 years and it's still so pigmented. But I think I'm gonna grab a brown shade just to make this a little bit softer around the edges. I'm gonna grab my ABH Jackie Aina palette. This is a well-loved palette, okay? I'm gonna use the shade Ginger from the Jackie Aina palette just to blend out the edges of this a bit, because that start black is driving me crazy. That looks so much better already. I'm gonna cut my crease. I'm not gonna do this on camera because I haven't done this in over 5 years, so I know this is gonna take me a little while to do. So let me just cut my crease and get back. So I cut my crease as best as I could, so I'm gonna go back in with a little bit of my primer and outline this crease because I'm gonna need this primer to really make these colors pop. Ooh, not bad, not bad, not bad. Let me get the A6 brush and just kind of like diffuse these edges just so it's not that harsh. This is the ABH A13 brush. I think this is the color packing. You see, same thing is red, orange, yellow. I thought it was just red then yellow. So I'm gonna pack it on my brush and then I'm gonna pack it in my inner corner. Ooh, okay. I don't like the orange in this E4. I don't like that orange. Ah, this looks nice. D2. Put it right beside that red, and I'm kind of gonna push it into the red just to get that little ombre blending effect. And I'm gonna do a little bit of blending here. This yellow, D4. So the orange is D2, my bad. So let's try the yellow. Now yellow is always the tricky color because it's either wonderful or patchy. Okay, that's not bad. I wipe off and just do a little bit of blending. Okay, so this is the volume 3 Pro Pigment palette. You see why I tell you that this is brand new? It's not being touched except for when I swatched it. I'm gonna go in with D3, this green shade. Oh yes, that was a good choice. That was a good choice. I'm gonna use B5, that blue shade right there. So you have to be pretty careful with blue. Blues and purples go muddy the fastest. Like you'll be just packing it in and next thing you know you look like a muddy stream. So then wipe off and do a little bit of blending. B4, you can see I've used the shade a lot. This and the red are the only 2 shades in these 3 palettes that I've hit pan on. So I take up some of the purple and I'm gonna put it right out here. I have to go back to the black and just pack it at the end of the purple right here. Tap off some of that. And I can also bring it around just to like clean off any of the shades that might have gone over there. All right. Oh, that's not bad. That blend isn't bad at all. This is part of the eye finished. I still have my under eye to do, but I'm gonna go do the other eye off camera and then come back and do my foundation and finish the eye look. So I'm back and they're pretty even, I think. I found one of my old videos on YouTube. This is my Valentine's Day glam night video. I'm gonna use this to see how I did my base routine back in, when was this, 2019? Oh my god. All right, so it says I was using, what is this, the LA Girl Pro concealer. This is a silicone concealer. I don't have that concealer anymore. It was a blurring and smoothing concealer. This is a blur and smooth. So I think I'm gonna go in with the Maybelline Master Prime Face Studio Blur and Smooth Primer. I think the LA Girl one was a blurring primer. So I think I just applied it to my cheeks. Like, why did I just apply it to my cheeks? Okay. That was weird, just applying the primer to the lower part of my face, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put a little bit on my forehead Then I color corrected. I do have this product. It's a tried and true, the LA Girl Orange Highlighter, and I put some under my eyes, at the side of my nose. Nowadays I'll put some under here and a little around my mustache area, but I didn't do that again. I blended it with a sponge. I typically blend with a brush. Okay, I see why I blended it with a damn sponge. Then I underpainted with a cream highlighter, the LA Girl White Glitter Corrector. Why did I do that? I don't have that anymore, but I do have the Black Radiance True Complexion Cream Contour Palette. This gold cream highlighter here. So I'm going to use that, even though that highlighter was white. Put some on my finger. I used so much. Why did I use so much product? Like, oh my god, I was a broke college student. Why was I using so much product? Okay, so I used the Milani 2-in-1 foundation and concealer for a dewy look, but I did say in the video that I don't normally do dewy looks. I always do matte, and I do remember always doing matte foundations. So, and I did say that I was using one pump. But the thing is that Milani foundation is really thick. So one pump gave me a lot. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless, which is what I would have been using back then. This is in the shade 370. This is deep bronze. One pump of this is not a lot. I also had a foundation brush to do this with, one of those flat foundation brushes. I don't have that anymore, so I'm going to use my finger. I don't think one pump is going to do, but because this was a full coverage look, so I'm going to go in with the Real Techniques number 200 foundation brush. Typically I would spray this with setting spray, but I guess I didn't do that then. And then I went in with a sponge, but I don't think I need to go in with a sponge. If I go in with a sponge, I'm gonna wipe off everything. Oh, I have this concealer. This is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Multi-Use Concealer. I have this is in the shade 148 Hazelnut. I'm gonna use a very concerning amount of concealer right now, and I brought it down here. And why was I using so much concealer? No wonder I used one pump of foundation. I didn't need any more than one pump. I reverse contoured it. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. So I went in with Beautiful Bronze from LA Girl. Yeah, I do have Beautiful Bronze from LA Girl. And I put that on my mustache line. And then I went in with a sponge. Okay, I did this first. Okay, that blends nicely. And then I went here. Okay, I understand why I reverse contoured now. Oh, maybe I wasn't crazy. I could manage to use one pump of foundation because I was using half a tube of concealer. You know, wickedest thing, it doesn't even look that bad. Maybe I need to start using this much concealer again. I guess I was a makeup artist for a reason. I use a Sacha Buttercup. I don't have that, but I do have the ABH loose powder in banana. I went here, tapped here, and then I tapped some on my hand. Oh, I guess I knew what I was doing, because this don't look that bad. But why did I underpaint though? I am unable to can. It doesn't look bad, it just looks excessive compared to what I do now. I look un poquito casket ready. Do I have a fluffy brush? Yeah, I do. I have, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills A23 brush. There's no excess to brush off. You look like a goddamn casket. Oh, thank God. I used setting spray. I didn't say which setting spray I used, but I have the Black Radiance Hydrating Setting Spray. I used to do this thing where as soon as I sprayed my setting spray, I went in with my sponge and just like pressed it into my skin. I don't know why I would do that, because that would just take off all of the goddamn spray that I just sprayed, but Then I went in with powder contour. I had the Color Effects powder contour. I do not have that anymore. I have the Black Radiance True Complexion palette in dark to deep. I also had a really tiny angled brush. I'm gonna go in with this angled brush. I'm gonna try to do it as tightly as I did it there. So I'm gonna squeeze this like this and just blend that upwards. I did nose contour. I don't do nose contour anymore. I typically just do a bronzer, but I'm gonna do exactly what I did say I was gonna do. So go down the tips of my nose, the sides of my nose. But one thing though, my nose contour was great back then. That's all I can say. And then I just blend it out. Then I went in with the LA Girl Glam Blush Palette. I don't have that. Oh, I don't have a blush palette, but I do have a pink blush from Sephora. I have the number 17 Hey Jealousy blush. Why did I put my blush so low? Okay, so I'm gonna go in with a fluffy brush. This is from Real Techniques, the number 400 brush. My makeup did look good though. So although I don't do that type of makeup anymore, my makeup did look good, and that's the good thing. You know, I was a broke college student because I used the Juvia's Place Zulu palette for bronzer. It was the brown shade. I don't have that palette anymore. This is not, the Black Radiance palette is not as deep as the Juvia's Place because I don't typically use it. I normally use my cream bronzer from ABH. I applied it everywhere. I didn't contour my forehead I'm not going to use any more of that just because I don't think it's doing anything. Okay, and then I did highlight, but I'm going to actually finish my under eye first before I move on to that step. So my under eye are the same colors as is on my lid. Why is it? Yeah, there it is, as on my lid. So I'm gonna do that really quickly. Okay, so that's my under eye. I don't have the palette that I use to highlight, but I do have the ABH Dream palette. I'm gonna go in with the shade Ethereal. It's like this pinkish purple shift shade, and I said that I put some in the inner corner and brow bone highlight. So inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight. I didn't have brow gel at the time, but I did my brows in a way where I didn't necessarily need brow gel, but I need brow gel because I don't do 2016 brows anymore. So I did mascara and lashes. I don't know if I remember how to do lashes. Okay, so I'm gonna put on mascara. I have the Wet n Wild Mega Length mascara, so I'm gonna put some of that on my eyes, and then I'm gonna see if I know how to do lashes same way. Do I remember how to put on lashes? We will find out together. And I'm gonna use the Duo lash glue. I think usually what I would do is just put it on my desk and let it dry, but I need this thing to dry right now. If I remember correctly, you hold the mirror underneath your eye, look down, and okay, we did it. And we're gonna go back to our Dream palette, and I'm gonna use that same shade and this AOA Studio F19 brush. I used a lot of highlighter in 2019. You know, it's funny that the underpainting, I'm actually still seeing it, so maybe I knew what I was doing. And I did Cupid's bow. I need to start doing that again. In this makeup look, I did black bottom lip and a rainbow lip, but I'm not gonna be doing that because that's too much. So I'm gonna do a nudish pink look. This is my Ruby Kisses lip liner. NYX Butter Gloss. This is what, strawberry cheesecake? Let me see. I think this is a little bit too pink. This is cranberry pie. Okay, I think cranberry pie works. Yeah, cranberry pie works. And then I'm gonna go back in with some setting spray. And I'm gonna let it dry on my face. Like, look at this. I used half a tube of concealer and this looks great. I'm proud of myself though, because this eye look, that reverse contour, I'm gonna use my sponge to do my powder. I think it works much better. It melts into my skin much better. This was fun. This took me what, 3 hours to do. My makeup nowadays takes me like 15 to 20 minutes if I'm like rushing. So taking 3 hours to do makeup is, I understood why I didn't have the time, but I don't think I should take 3 hours anymore, because this eye, I did this eye in like 5, 10, maybe 10 minutes to be generous. I'm very proud of myself. This is gorgeous. This is pretty gorgeous. Thank you for staying with me. If you've stayed this far in the video, thank you for being here with me while I rediscover my love of makeup. I'm definitely gonna do this again, but I think I nailed the essence of this look, bar the lip part. Thank you for watching, and remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this type of video and if you want to see more content like this. Bye guys.